Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Jack and Glenn channel. Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of our reviews. Today, we're reviewing Never Ever Mets episode number 1, which is also on the own channel. Man, we're going to get started, man. Once again, before we get started, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of this review. We start off with all the women coming into the house. And we meet all the women are coming into the house to meet their guys. But at the end of all the women coming, we see a guy come, Cinco, right? You sat there, you're wondering, why is this dude at the house? Why is this dude there? But we find out a little bit later about Cinco. But let's meet all the couples here, right? Want to deal with the couples. So we're gonna talk about the couples. I'm gonna tell you everything about the couple, then we move on to the next couple. Here we go. First couple we want to talk about is we're gonna talk about Charlie and Jared, right? Man, where do I start with Charlie and Jared? Charlie and Jared, these two have a history going on since high school. They was in the same high school, but never met each other. But their relationship didn't spark until later on online. They've been in a relationship about 4.5 years, right? 4.5 years, and now they finally meet each other. Charlie has a big secret, right, that she wants to share with Jared. The big secret here, and I'm gonna jump. The big secret is that Charlie had a baby about a month ago. All right, with some other guy. She thought Jared was out there dipping on her, cheating on her. So she said, "I want to dip and cheat too," right? So she went out there, went willy nilly with some dude, let him let him go raw. All right, ended up getting pregnant. Hid the pregnancy from Charlie. Hid the pregnancy from Jared online, right? Hid the pregnancy from Jared online, has the baby. Now, while they're at this house, she's dipping off and pumping and dumping, doing all kind of things of that nature. That's what's going on with Charlie and Jared. You know, they have a nice little date with a pottery date. They go on a pottery date where they're making pots and stuff like that. He meets her. He's attracted to her. He likes her. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Jack and Glenn channel. Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of our reviews. Today, I'm reviewing Never Ever Mets episode number 1. Right, episode number 1 is back on OWN, and we want to make sure we give you all the things that are going on with Never Ever Mets. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of our reviews. We start off with all the women coming into the house. They come to the house where they're going to meet the person that they haven't met in person. All right, we got all the women that's there. Then we meet Cinco. Cinco's also there. He's the only man there. Everybody's wondering what's going on. Look, I'm wondering what's going on. Like, man, what's going on here with Cinco being at the house? But we find out a little later that Cinco will meet up with his partner. But let's meet some of these couples together and find out why they have not met. First off, we're going to start with Charlie and Jared. Charlie and Jared went to high school with each other, but they never met each other, right? They met each other online. They sparked a relationship later on online. They've been with each other for 4.5 years, and they're finally going to meet with each other this weekend. This weekend on the show, Charlie believes that Jared has been dipping and tipping on her, that he's been involved with somebody else, that he's been dealing with somebody else, and so she goes out and tips and dips herself, right? And then she gets pregnant, right? Hides her pregnancy from Jared for months. She currently has a 1-month-old baby that she has a 1-month-old baby. He thinks she went to some type of surgery, right? Some type of surgery he thought she was having. Man, no, she wasn't having surgery. She has a baby. So we see Charlie throughout the season, throughout this episode, pumping and dumping, right? Pumping, dump, pump, dump. Hey, that's what they do. She's pumping and dumping. They go on a pottery date, which is a pretty neat date. But later on in the episode, as Charlie was pumping, producer talks to her. Charlie goes and wakes Jared up, and she says, "I got to tell you a secret," right? And says she got to tell her a secret, and she tells him about the 1 month old. But not only does she tell him about the 1 month old, she tells him about the three other children that she has. Right? She has a total of 4 children that he did not know about. Wow, would have blew my mind. Right? Would have messed me up. About this whole situation to mess me up. My mind would have been blown. I'd have been like, "Oops, deuces, I'm out." I don't know if Jared's ready for this, or he's ready to be in a relationship with a woman who has 4 children. She told you. She mentioned the one child is a month old, but she has 4 other children. That girl is fertile myrtle, right? But Jared finds out this information. They leave us on a cliffhanger with Jared and Charlie because Jared has a secret of his own. We'll talk about that. We'll see what that secret is next week. But let's move on to another couple. We move on to Alicia and Irving. Man, these guys, they've been chatting for 5 months, right? Alicia's not playing around, right? She wants to take things nice and slow. And she's not even sure if she likes Irving yet, right? But she's dealing with it. She wants to be nice and slow. She says she's done with just being a girlfriend and is looking for coming in the show, looking to find her person, looking to be a wife, right? Irving, got some work to do, right? But he's Haitian. He talks about his Haitian character, his Haitian culture. They go on a date, man. They go on a date where they're dancing. Kumpa date, right? Haitian, a nice dance. But Alicia didn't want Irving to touch her, right? He didn't want to touch her. He was getting close. She's like, "Don't touch me." I'm not sure if she knows the assignment of the show, but I'm glad that she's keeping boundaries. But she wants to make sure that everything's on the up and up. As I mentioned, she looked like she lost a lot of weight, right? So maybe a confidence issue. And maybe she's not comfortable for him to feel on her yet. Maybe she got a lot of things nice enough and that's tucked up in there, and she doesn't want to deal with it yet. But again, Irving and Alicia is your other couple. She's 36 years old. Right now she doesn't want to be touched, and Irving has a lot to deal with, has a lot to fight through. So we only see if time would tell if Irving can break through Alicia's walls and enhance this relationship. Then we meet Tatiana and Clavassier, right? Tatiana and Clavassier, right? Tatiana's from Los Angeles. Clavassier, right? Clavassier is from Atlanta. The couple met on Instagram, which seems to be popular for this season, right? That everybody meets on Instagram. Clavassier is fun, charismatic. He's easy talking, easy going. They are officially in a relationship, right? Which is a big deal considering they never met each other. That they are in an official long distance relationship, LA and Atlanta. But there's been a lot of hurdles for them to jump over, right? Tatiana has a child, right? And she has a child, and she's worried about how things will work out with her children, right? She wants Clavassier to be respectful and to be kind, and we'll see if that works out with them. Clavassier, right? I'm gonna keep saying his name because I want to make sure I get it correct. But Clavassier and Tatiana is another couple here. We'll see if things work out. Like I said, she's a mom, and she's going to continue to be a mom, and she wants to see if Clavassier can fit into what she's doing. All right. We have Alexis, who's 45, and Chris, right? Y'all know Chris from Ready to Love. Chris who used to date Maya. Chris, right? If you watch anything on Little Black Book with his interview with Maya, we saw Chris involved. So I saw Chris. I'm like, hey, what's going on here? What's happening, right? Alexis and Chris has been a 10-year has been a relationship, but it's a 10-year age gap, right? Between Alexis and Christopher, right? And Chris. Look, she says she liked younger men. Chris has some owning up to do. Chris has some apologizing to do. That I don't know. Chris left off and messed with a little thing, right? Alexis feels young at heart. She's kind of upset at Chris. They go on a little bit of a date there, and Alexis' first thing she does is to tell Chris to apologize, right? Apologize for what? Being on Ready to Love, dating Maya. This gives so fake here. I don't think they've ever been in a relationship, but Chris might like an older woman, right? He may like Alexis, but she wants him to apologize. If you got to ask somebody to apologize, then guess what? You may not. It's not genuine, right? If he hasn't apologized yet for the behavior, then it's not gonna happen, right? She's giving him 3 weeks to prove himself, right? She's giving him 3 weeks on this show. Giving him 3 weeks to prove himself if he loves her. All right. Alexis is very confident. All right. She knows what she wants. She steps over boundaries. Chris got 3 weeks to either be with her or not. We'll see how this bad boy shapes out. I don't think it's real. I think it's performative on Chris's part. Um, just my opinion. I don't think they've ever been in a relationship. And everybody's asking the same question. I know I'm asking the question. What happened to Maya? Right? What happened to Maya? What happened between Chris and Maya? Hopefully we get into it, but if not, stay on social media. You might be able to find out soon. I think we have Kiki and Brandon, right? Kiki and Brandon have been together for about 4 years after they met online. Kiki's is open about her fears, right? Admitting that she's scared and nervous to meet him. She describes herself, she's a big girl, a bigger girl. She's a model, right? And self-conscious about her weight, right? She's self-conscious about her weight. She's a model. But Brandon tried to ease her mind. He says that he likes big girls, right? They go on a date, man. Their first date with Brandon and Kiki is a photo shoot where he's taking pictures of her in lingerie. Now, all the things that he could have picked, all the different options that he could have gave her when he gave her some lingerie, it's given weird to me, given creepy to me. Unless he's a photographer, I'm not sure. He was working the camera around the camera like he was. But even if you're a photographer, you don't want to do this to her. She's uncomfortable already, and you want to see her having all her stuff hang out. Make it a little bit more comfortable. And then while they're having dinner, he checks her about her drinking. She wasn't drinking that much. Unless there's something in this past about drinking, I was confused, right? I was confused about this. She was like, "What you the alcohol police?" She only had like a glass and a half of wine. I'm not a drinker, so everybody drink tolerance is different. But again, she didn't seem like she was drunk. She wasn't slurring, anything of that nature. So he's checking he's checking her, right, on the drink meter. But again, back to the photo shoot date, not classy, in my opinion. From his standpoint, I think he just wanted to see her in her lingerie. Should have did something different. She went along with it just to go along with it. I don't think she was comfortable. It's not work, right? I didn't come here to model. I am a model, but I didn't come here to model. I came here to meet you, came here to interact with you. So we'll see how Kiki and Brandon fares in this season of Never Met, right? Then we go on to Brittany and Tyler, right? Brittany is a fashion publicist. She got a strong personality and a clear sense of style. She's looking for an alpha male, right? She wants a man who can take charge. Is Tyler that guy? He's 38 years old. He looks a little bit older, right? He looks a little bit older than that, but we see Brittany and Tyler. They go on a nice little date. They go on a nice little date. They go parasailing, right? They go parasailing, and good date. I wouldn't mind doing it. Nice date. They have a great conversation about Tyler saying he wants to travel the world, and Brittany was like, "Yo, I have a son. I can't travel when you want to travel and move like you want to maneuver and all that. I have to make sure my child is taken care of first." He seems a little bit older than her. She is, again, worried about her child as a mother. Hey, that's what she's supposed to do, right? Make sure she's taken care of. We'll see if this relationship can work out. Tyler's giving laughter, right? Giving a fun guy. He is a fun guy. Seemed like laughing all the time, having jokes. It seemed like this relationship could work. They're a little bit older than everyone else. They're not giving me from season 1 vibe. I can't remember that dude's name, the old head, right? The OG, painted fingernails. Y'all know his name. Leave it in the chat. He's not giving me that, but he's giving me laid back, cool, calm, and relax. Then we see Jay and Cinco. Remember, I mentioned Cinco a little bit earlier, right? Cinco was the only guy that was there while the rest of the women were there. But that's because Jay set up the date, right? Jay is a basketball coach. They also met on Instagram. They've been talking about 5 months. Cinco seems serious about Jay, right? He wants to be with Jay. Jay seems like she's the alpha female in the relationship. She set up the date. She was a basketball coach. She was backing Cinco down. Cinco said he goes about 6'8". Jay's also a pretty tall woman, so she wanted somebody that could match her height, match her enthusiasm, match her intensity. Cinco is that guy. They seem playful. They play basketball with each other, and then they, play basketball with each other. Now they go back to the house and they hop in and take a shower together. Get it in the shower. That's right. First day, she said she wanted to get out of the way. She wanted to see what's going on. 5 months, she wanted to test out. She wanted to test it before. She wanted to test the car before she bought it, and she did in the shower with Cinco and Jay. Fun-loving couple, young couple. But let's see how this pans out with them. Will she continue to keep the energy of being the alpha female in this relationship? Will Jay keep the energy of being kind of more, I'm not going to say more laid back and let her take the lead? Or will Jay stay up and take the lead? Only time will tell. But those are the 5 couples from this episode of Never Ever Meets. Never Ever Met. Sorry, Never Ever Met. Again, the biggest thing from this episode is that Charlie has a secret. Charlie let her secret out that she has 4 kids, just had a baby to Jared. Again, it ends with Jared. The show ends with Jared looking, saying he has a secret of his own as well. So we'll see on episode 2 what Jared's secret is. Man, this season look like it's going to be a lot of drama. Seems like it's going to be a lot of mess. It seems like these people, they want to hiding some things, and we only can see what comes out a little bit later. So once again, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. We'll be here all season, all right, reviewing Never Ever Mets. Stay with me, join the ride with me, rock with me. Give your reactions to, finding out if you were Jared. How would you respond if you found out the girl that you was talking to online for the last 4.5 years has 4 kids, aging from 12 to 1 month old? Y'all let me know. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of our reviews. I appreciate you. Talk to you later. Peace.